Good morning, YouTube family. This is Ramon Williams. Coming here today, I wanted to open up the conversation with anyone to talk about AI tools that you're building with and talk about anything that you're working on. I wanted to share a lot of the different tools and strategies that I use. One of my main productivity tools that I love to use is ChatGPT. I was skeptical about ChatGPT maybe a year and a half ago, and it accelerated. It accelerated. So I have a ton of different strategies on how I use ChatGPT. It- Pretty much the baseline for a lot of crafting and writing of different things and formatting different ideas. I start and conceptualize them inside of ChatGPT. When it comes down to technical things, I typically use Claude for all of my technical work, even creating simple HTML documents or anything, any kind of artifact or any kind of tool, web app. I will go to Claude first. I built my first web app with Codex um, just the other day, and so that was in the video that I previewed yesterday. Excuse me, was the web app that I built with Codex. I did it within a day, just kind of free time on Sunday, just kind of hanging out and just built it in a day. I have used Gemini. I have used their new and their latest model. I did attempt to build a web app. Excuse me, but actually, it did a good job, but um, I wasn't attempting to build a web app. I wanted to see if it can actually build a mobile app. And Gemini was actually pretty intelligent. It knew that it wasn't going to be able to deliver a mobile app um, within the container that it has built for itself. So it built me a web app that looked and felt like a mobile app with the bottom navigation bar and it looked pretty good. Um, it looked the part, but I didn't want to maintain it that way. So that's where I took it over. I actually just took the HTML or the React code that it gave me, and I took it over to Kiki.dev, and I used that actually as the foundation, as a premise of what I ended up building that day. So I actually that day in particular, I used a little bit of Gemini, and I got pretty far. Actually, I think I only made like one or two prompts, but it was actually pretty impressive. So Google is not far behind. Google's not lagging behind. It just doesn't feel their ecosystem is so large, and it feels so vast. Whereas ChatGPT, you start from a central place and then it takes you to all these different things. Whereas Google is like where you start with Google, conceptually is from the search bar, and so it just doesn't feel as native as the experience with ChatGPT or Claude, where that that prompt field is where you start making magic happen. And for most of us that have been trained on how to use Google, we use Google and any Google product from the idea of I need to look up something, rather than I need to execute something or I need to accomplish something. So it's a much different paradigm. Um, but there's one more tool that I wanted to mention that I use. I can't remember what it is right now, but so those are like my top top of the funnel AI tools. Once we get started, and so ChatGPT, Claude, Kiki.dev. Um, Yeah, and yeah, Gemini's in there. So, well, cool. I have to jump into another meeting, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.